Munduslingua.com Munduslingua.com Munduslingua.com.
Hi everyone, this is Miko again, your friend from Munduslingua. During the second tutorial, I mentioned that I wanted a translation from English to Spanish. I show you how to find a translator and how you could contact him or her in order to bargain over the price of a translation. Now that I have already contacted a translator of my choice, I will guide you through the entire translation process. Step 1. Upload your document to translate. Upload the document a PDF or doc file that you wish to have translated. For this, once you are in your account, find the Whole of Works tab and click on Upload Work. Give the work a name and a description, select the source and target languages, and locate the file in your computer. In my case, I need a translation from English to Spanish, which means the source language is English and the target language is Spanish. Finally, click on Upload Work. Step 2. Request a translator to send you a translation request. For this tutorial, my friend Oscar will act as the translator. Since I will assume I have already contacted Oscar, show him the document I want to have translated, and bargained over the price for the translation, Oscar can now send me a translation request in order to initiate the translation process. For this, Oscar will first have to access my profile, click on the Works tab, and find my document. Still acting as the translator, Oscar will now fill out the form to send me a translation request. Type in the subject field a small message such as translation request and enter in the quote field the price for the translation. I will type $1 during this tutorial. In the text field below, write the due date and any other comments you desire. Click now on Propose Translation. Step 3. Accepting the translation request. We will now return to my profile. Notice that inside the Messages tab, there is now a message to inform me that translator Oscar has sent me a translation request. Move now to the Whole of Works tab and click on Incoming Requests. Click on the request in order to display all the information related to the translation. I verified that the request comes from Oscar and that the price we agreed on is really $1. Finally, accept the request by clicking on Accept. Step 4. Paying for the translation. Just after you accept the translation request, notice a button that reads Pay Now under Pending for Payment in the right column of your profile. Once again, I verify the information about the translation I am ordering, and then I click on the Pay Now button. If you're paying for the first time in Munduslingua, you will be redirected to PayPal in order to approve the payment. Log into your PayPal account and complete this process. Once you complete this requirement, click once again on the Pay Now button or use the link Proceed to pay for the translation. Having done this, a message will indicate you that the payment was sent, and you will receive an email from PayPal to your email address confirming the payment. Step 5. Submitting the translation. The payment was done and Munduslingua immediately informed Oscar the translator about this, so he could start working on the translation. Let's imagine now that the date for submitting the translation has arrived and you need to submit the translation. For this, access the Whole of Works tab, click on Translations, select the translation you want to submit, and look for the file with the translation you have prepared. Finally, click on Submit. This way, the translation will be sent to the person who has paid for your services. Notice now that the translation will also appear as having been delivered in the right column on your profile. Step 6. Receiving the translation. Back to my profile, I am ready to see the translation document Oscar the translator just sent me. For this, I access the Messages tab and I notice that I have received a document from Oscar. You will find a link to the translation inside this message. Click on it and verify that it is indeed a thorough translation of the document you requested to be translated. Step 7. Confirming receipt of the translation to allow payment to the translator. Still on my profile, I can now confirm receipt of the translation. For this, find the button that reads Confirm under My Translations in the right column. By clicking on the Confirm button, I allow Oscar the translator to finally be paid for his services. This is very important, so I recommend you to always click on this button right after you have verified the completeness of the translation. Step 8. Feedback. As a final step, I can leave feedback for the translator. For this, a new button, Rate It, will be available under My Translations in the right column. Find this button, click on it, and rate the translator from 1 to 5 on the different questions. 1 star means very poor and 5 means excellent. Leave any further comments in the text field provided. Submit your feedback by clicking on the Leave Feedback button. This feedback will now be available to any user who finds Oscar and wants to know how he was rated during previous translations. Great! We have now covered the entire process. I do encourage you, however, to still read Munduslingua's payment policy before offering your services as a translator or ordering translations on Munduslingua. This is so you find more in-depth information on the entire translation process. It's easy, it's fast, and it's all in one place. Until the next video, this is Miko from Munduslingua.com. Set no limits to culture exchange.
Munduslingua.com.